It was the first Monday of the new school year at Ridgewood High, a place where reputations were everything and kindness was rare. The hallways were loud, filled with laughter, whispers, and the sharp smell of cheap perfume. In that chaos, one quiet figure stepped through the main doors. A girl no one had ever seen before. Her name was Lena Carter. Lena was different from the others. Her uniform was plain, her hair tied neatly back, her face calm but unreadable. While everyone else tried to stand out, she moved like she was trying to disappear. But behind those calm eyes was something powerful, something no one could see yet. She had transferred from a small school in another state after her father's job relocation. At least that's what her papers said. The truth was much deeper. Lena's father wasn't just a regular man, he was a former elite military instructor, and Lena had been training under him since she was 10, not just in fitness or self-defense, but in discipline, awareness, and martial precision. But at Ridgewood High she wanted to start over. No fights, no attention, just peace. She found her locker, quietly placed her books inside, and headed toward her first class. Everything seemed normal, until she passed a group of girls in matching red varsity jackets. They were the kind of girls who ruled the school. Everyone knew them. Tina, Brooke, and Madison, the self-proclaimed queens of Ridgewood. Tina, the leader, had that confident smirk that screamed control. She noticed Lena immediately, the quiet new girl walking by without even making eye contact. It irritated her. "Hey, new girl," Tina called out, tilting her head. "You too good to say he." Lena stopped. She turned politely and smiled softly. "Oh, sorry." That calm, respectful tone only made Tina angrier. She expected nervousness, fear, but Lena's eyes were steady, too steady. Brooke chuckled. "She looks like she shops at thrift stores. So cute." Madison laughed.
"Yeah, maybe she's lost."
Lena didn't reply. She just walked away. But as she disappeared down the hallway, Tina muttered, "We'll see how long that attitude lasts." And by lunch, the rumors had already started. The new girl thinks she's better than everyone. She ignored Tina. She's weird. Lena sat alone at a corner table, quietly eating her sandwich and reading. But every few minutes, she could feel eyes on her. Whispers, laughs, the scraping of shoes. Tina and her crew were watching. When Lena got up to throw her trash away, they blocked her path. "Hey, you," Tina said, stepping forward. "You didn't answer my question earlier." Lena blinked. "What question? Who do you think you are?" Lena sighed. "Just someone trying to eat lunch in peace." The cafeteria went silent. Everyone's attention shifted. A confrontation was brewing. Tina smirked. "Peace, not in Ridgewood, sweetheart." Before Lena could step away, Tina's knee came up, fast and unexpected, and hit Lena right in the face. The sound echoed through the cafeteria. Gasps, shouts. Lena stumbled back, her hand touching her lip, a small trickle of blood. Tina laughed. "Oops, guess you should have watched where you were standing." For a moment, Lena just stood there, silent, still. Then she exhaled slowly and looked up. Her calm eyes weren't calm anymore. They were sharp, cold, controlled. "Okay," she said softly. I tried to walk away. And then everything changed. In a single fluid motion, Lena sidestepped Tina's next swing, caught her arm, and twisted, not hard enough to break it, but enough to make her scream. She moved like lightning, precise, fast, efficient. Brooke tried to jump in, but Lena spun, swept her legs, and sent her crashing to the floor. Madison froze halfway, realizing this wasn't some regular girl. It took less than 10 seconds. When it was over, Tina was on her knees, clutching her arm, Brooke groaning on the floor, and Madison standing frozen with fear. The entire cafeteria was dead silent. Lena took a deep breath, straightened her jacket, and said quietly, "I don't like hurting people, but I won't let anyone hurt me either." Then she walked out. That afternoon, the school was buzzing. "Did you see what the new girl did? She's a ninja." Tina got destroyed. Rumors flew faster than wildfire. Lena didn't go to her next class. She found a quiet bench outside under a tree and sat down, feeling the sting on her lip. She wasn't proud of what happened. She never liked violence. Her father always said, "Power means nothing if you can't control it." But peace wasn't always an option. A soft voice interrupted her thoughts. "Hey." Lena looked up. It was Noah, one of the quieter boys from her math class. He held out a bottle of water and a small pack of tissues. "I saw what happened. You okay?" She smiled faintly. "Yeah, thanks." He sat beside her. "You know they're all talking about you now." Some people are scared. Some people are impressed. Lena chuckled. I didn't want any of this. Yeah, but you also didn't deserve that. Tina's been a bully here for years. No one ever stood up to her. Lena looked at him. Maybe that's the problem. The next day, Lena walked into school again. Same calm face, same quiet steps. But this time, everyone moved aside when she passed. The whispers were different. Some were in awe, some in fear. Tina and her group didn't show up to school that day. By lunchtime, the principal called Lena to the office. He was a tall, stern man with tired eyes. Miss Carter, I've heard about the incident. Yes, sir. You broke one student's wrist and injured another. They attacked me first, she said simply. He sighed. I know. Half the cafeteria saw it. Still, the school has a zero-tolerance policy on fighting. Lena looked him in the eye. With respect, sir, you should have a zero-tolerance policy on bullying first. The principal leaned back. For a moment, he didn't know what to say. Then he smiled faintly. You sound like your father. Lena froze. You knew my father? Yes, Captain Daniel Carter. He trained me years ago at the academy. I recognize the discipline in your eyes. That moment of connection changed everything. The principal knew she wasn't just another student. He nodded. Go back to class. And don't worry, I'll handle the others. Lena smiled. Thank you, sir. That evening, as Lena walked home, she passed a group of younger kids playing basketball. They stopped and waved. Hey, are you the new girl who beat up the bullies? Lena laughed softly. Don't believe everything you hear. But you stood up to them, right? One kid asked. She nodded. Yeah, sometimes you have to. The boy grinned.
You're awesome.
As she continued walking, the sunset painted the sky in gold and orange. Lena felt something she hadn't felt in a long time. Peace. She didn't want to fight, but maybe, just maybe, standing up had a purpose. Later that night, she sat by her window looking at the stars. She picked up her phone, recording a small message to herself. Note to self, sometimes being strong isn't about fighting, it's about knowing when not to. But when someone crosses the line, you have to remind them. Respect goes both ways. She smiled faintly and closed her eyes. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, but she was ready, because no one at Ridgewood High really knew who Lena Carter was. Not yet. And as her father's voice echoed in her memory, stay calm, stay sharp, stay kind, but never let them break you. She knew this was just the beginning.